I'm gonna cut to the chase. I lost my job today. Technically, I will still be working there for the next couple of months, but my boss, who is like one of the most amazing people I have ever met, wanted to make sure that he gave me enough time to process and figure things out. But by the end of this fiscal year, I will no longer have a position at my job due to budget cuts and my organization not having enough funding to fund my role anymore. I work for a nonprofit, so there's a part of me that's like, you never know what's gonna happen when you work for a nonprofit, but it did catch me off guard, because we didn't technically receive federal funding, but we received some funding from other places that did receive federal funding. And it's, all the things going on, and we just experienced some cuts and running out of some money that we once had that we no longer have, so having to, but yeah. And I literally just found out a few hours ago, and a part of me was like, I should keep this to myself for a little bit and give myself like some individual time to process, and I still will, but probably before I even post this and open up the space for anyone else to be aware of it, I probably still will give myself some like individual time. But there was also a part of me that felt compelled to share in real time openly how I'm feeling, even if just for myself to come back to. And it's very wild. It shocked me because I told my like coworker, I was like, that was not on my bingo card for today. And I love the people that I work with, so I do think there's a part of me that is saddened about that, but there was honestly a big part of me that was relieved, because, and I'm like, oh, it feels very divine, the timing of it, because I have been so much more focused and like tunnel vision when it comes to the things I'm really passionate about and the creative things that I'm doing and that I'm pursuing. And literally like the last few weeks, I have been feeling like my job was taking up a lot of space, like a lot of mental and emotional space, where I would like to be spending more time creating and putting effort into that. I had a thought. I'll remember eventually. But yeah, I had just been thinking about what all like how much effort I've been putting towards it and how much I've been enjoying it, and how much more I could be doing if I had more time. If I didn't if I wasn't working, if I didn't have this job. And then it literally comes up that now I don't have the job anymore. And I think the more I settle in it, the more it's a little bit scary and a little bit nerve-wracking, because I don't have that stability. But there's also a big part of me that feels like this is like the kick in the tail of like, okay, you've been wanting to go do this full-fledged, here you go, here's the opportunity, go do it. It's like, oh, okay, God. I guess, all right. It is getting emotional. I'm surprised I haven't cried on here more. because I'm a very emotional person, but I have felt so much more like, spiritually connected and internally connected to myself, connected to my creative self and the things that I want to do than I ever have. And it, like when I say the like it feels like divine timing, like I know that the future holds, for one, I've already experienced, especially over the last like month or two, these beautiful experiences within creative communities and within myself, when it comes to like who I am and the things I'm doing and what I want to be doing. But I can also like see greatness and these beautiful opportunities in the future, and I can like feel it, and this feels like the beginning step to so many amazing things. And the opportunity for me to like be like, fuck it. Let's do this. And I feel like after a few years, a year, 6 months, something, I am gonna look back at this video, look back on this moment and be like, wow, like, look at what happened because of this. It's crazy. Like, I was literally telling my boss, I was like, this timing is wild, because I've been feeling this feeling for a little bit now, and now it's like the choice has been made for me, and it's like, okay, go get it, go do it. You said that you wanted to do this thing, and well, now you don't have anything standing in your way. Go do it. And that's terrifying. That's so terrifying, but also so freeing and like igniting and exhilarating. And I was like, I think it's important to give myself space to process this on my own and with my therapist, but also space to process it in real time and be vulnerable about it. And that's a big part of my whole point, I think, in my existence, but especially in what I'm creating and what I'm sharing, is being ultra open and raw and vulnerable about what's happening while it's happening, through the thick of it and the ebbs and the flows. And I don't know exactly what's gonna happen, but I feel that it's gonna be great in the long run. And this is something I can look at as an opportunity to continue growing as a person and to really put forth the effort to bring to fruition all of the things I can see. I have like, there was another point in time where I was like semi-employed right after I graduated from college, and I was struggling to get a job, and I was really interested in modeling at the time. Like, that was the career. I was gonna be a model. That was it. And I was working part-time as a substitute, and then I was like, I'm gonna model on the side. And I feel like at that time I maybe either wasn't ready or mature enough, or maybe it wasn't the right path for me, or maybe didn't fully understand why I was doing it. But there was something that kept me from really putting forth the effort I feel like I could have, and really like bursting through. But this time it feels different. I have so many ideas of things that I can like fully see and that I'm putting effort towards, but it's been a little, I wouldn't even say stagnant because I'm definitely moving the needle forward, but it's been hard juggling doing those things with the job that I have. And the job I have, I feel like it's very meaningful and helpful, but it's also very demanding, like mentally and emotionally. And it's one of those jobs where it's hard to like actually like put down when it's time to get off the clock. And even when you do, it's just like things stick with you. um Lost my train of thought. But yeah, I have had, yeah, that's okay. Having the space and the capacity and the free time for actually like executing those things feels more possible. And I just have so many things that I want to do, and I feel, compared to last time and now, I feel like I have so much more clarity, so much more alignment with my true self, and so much more direction when it comes to what I want to do. It's just been having the capacity and the time to do it. And now it's like it's all meeting in the middle or like aligning back up. And it, like I said, it feels like this is the opportunity. Okay, you have all the things. Of course, I'm learning as I'm going. I don't know everything, but I feel like I'm more mature as a person. I'm more tapped into myself and my creativity. I'm more equipped. I'm more open. I've matured a lot emotionally. I have a deeper connection with like community and like spirituality, like spiritually, like with God. And yeah, I feel ready to do all of the things, to receive all of the things. There's a part of me that's scared, but there's a part of me that's excited. A part of me has worried about money and where I'm gonna get the money to pursue. But luckily I've built up a pretty hefty emergency fund, and I'm gonna keep adding to the money I have put away the last few paychecks I do get. But I also have this faith and this trust that everything's gonna be okay, and that if, as I keep stepping out on faith and putting effort and action and intention towards these things, it's like going to continue to come to me, and I'm going to keep moving forward, breaking the walls down to receive more, because that's what's already been happening. It just feels like it's on a smaller scale because I haven't had the ability to put as much effort as I would like to because of my job. But it's like I already have experienced so many things of just putting myself in the right spaces and getting opportunities, and then like continuing to get more from that. And I just see it going so much further. And it working out from me trusting the process and trusting the timing, and just doing what I can. I feel like I had other thoughts. But now my mind is blank, so I'm gonna assume that's all I needed to say. It's been communicated through me. Alright, so stay tuned for this next chapter. Alright. Okay, I had more thoughts. And I was just thinking about how this is like prime time for me to do whatever it is that I want to do and that I feel called to do. One of the only things for once that was creating stress for me was my job and trying to figure out how to juggle it with the creative things that I want to do. And it's like, I don't have any kids, I don't have a partner, I have my family and my community that I'm really close to, but I don't have anyone like dire that is depending on me. I don't even have pets. I live with my parents, so I don't pay rent. I don't have any debt. I have a decent amount of money saved up, and that I'm going to continue to save up. And now I'm not gonna have a job. So it's like prime time for me to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do whatever it is that I want to do and go forth with the things that I feel called to do, to pursue, especially now that I had this like very clear direction and it's just about executing and doing the things. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. And I also feel like it's important to share that because, don't get me wrong, I'm scared. I'm terrified. But I also have a lot of room to be relieved and not as stressed because I'm in a very privileged situation where it's not like anything bad is really gonna happen for me not having my job. Like, I'm gonna be okay. And it would be completely different if I were in a different situation. And I felt like that was also important to share and be like upfront about. But it's also even more of a reason for me to be like, why not take advantage of this moment that I have right now while I have it?